beautiful Cancerians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to do readings about career, money, love, but we never ask, how are you doing? So this reading is all about that. Also, I'm only using one deck because I love the simplicity it lends to this particular reading. And of course, I've opened a competition to win a free personal reading from me, and I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know regarding their current circumstances? What are they going through at this time? Can you please show them the way or a solution or what is to come for them? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? What are they meant to see? Can you please show them the path, what it is they are meant to be aware of at this time? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What else do they need to know? I mean, your first card there is the Queen of Pentacles. And of course, as you can see, I'm shuffling the cards, so I cannot choose the cards for you. I have to honor what each card means and the energy that I'm getting with it at the time as well. But I can definitely see here you are thinking about your home space, the people that you really care about. Queen of Pentacles is all about nurture, it's about care, it's about investment in self, but also the people who surround you. So I'm definitely getting an energy here that your circle is getting smaller but stronger, and you're thinking more about quality over quantity in your life. You're surrounding yourself with people who raise you up rather than tear you down or, you know, break you down in some way, drag you down there. And I definitely see that you're stepping away from that at this time. With that 8 of Pentacles there, you're doing a lot of investment and work on self. But some of you, I feel, the energy is basically you're looking at life. I'm just getting like this song. I can't really remember who sings it. Life, oh life, oh life. It just keeps on repeat, okay? Life, oh life, life. You know, I'm not really sure who sings it. It's definitely come up in a reading before, so I should really remember it, but I can't. I feel it happened like many months ago, or even like last year at some point. You know, I want to say it's by someone like M people. I want to say the letter M for some reason, so I'm guessing M people might be connected. Maybe not. I'm probably completely wrong, but I'm just getting this life, oh life. So you're basically contemplating life, the meaning of life, your presence in this world, you know, what you're here to do, your commitments, your true life's mission and purpose, how you value yourself, confidence, you know, what life is all about. I can't really remember what that song is about, so perhaps there's something more in the lyrics, but that's all I'm hearing at this time. This may also be an indication that you'll hear that song play out of nowhere, and suddenly I see like money coming your way, because we've got Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. The money that you worked really hard for, that's definitely coming towards you. However, nice little surprise from the universe as well. So this could be like a small win, an incentive, a raise, a bonus, or perhaps you get lots of discounts and you're saving more money in your pocket. Maybe it's that. So please take it as it resonates. I'm just going to move away with respect from that song. Looking at your overarching energy, I feel like, of course, the main energy is, you know, your sanctuary. the home space. The Queen of Pentacles is basically about nesting. It's about domesticity. It's about your home being the place where you feel secure. And some of you maybe like in the throes of DIY at this time, but basically you are securing your position in life, in your relationships, in your friendships. You need to feel secure, and I feel that's the predominant energy that you are vibing at this moment in time. Also, I feel some of you may be looking at where you feel like you have, you know, missed out on something, or you have basically felt that you haven't reached your full potential in something, and you're basically trying to refocus at this time. So I definitely see it's not a course correction. I feel it's more about you having faith and having more confidence in who you are and the path that you're on, because you are someone who brings a lot to the table of life. You know, you are a valuable person, and I feel it's taken you a long time to have that level of confidence in yourself to know that you are enough. You are enough. Nothing outside of yourself, just you, all by yourself. You are enough for every situation, every relationship, every circumstance you find yourself in. But I feel like it's taken you a long time to mature and recognize that. And, you know, sometimes we can have moments of insight and really feel it and go, yeah, I am enough. I feel empowered. But then suddenly the doubt starts to creep in. Suddenly, sometimes the mind, the inner critic can start to tear us down. And I feel like since you are currently in an energy right now of looking at your circle, the people you really care about, you certainly wouldn't talk about a friend the way that sometimes you talk about yourself. So I feel like you are really looking at how the inner narrative sort of talks to you, and how you are sometimes, you know, putting a lot of pressure on your shoulders. Of course, that level of pressure can help us succeed in something. It spurs us on, but it should never tear us down or make us feel like we are not enough. So I feel some of you are wrestling with that or have wrestled with that, but I feel like you are empowering yourself, and it feels like some of you may have a mantra or a way of trying to override those inner thoughts, the inner critic, and now it's sticking. It feels like you are not going back to that place. Also, looking at your overarching energy, I feel like you're learning to reignite that sparkle. Some of you may have been really tested recently. The Magician card and the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you have either surrounded yourself with people who are a little bit selfish, or relationships or friendships have been a little bit out of balance. You're always the overgiver. You always offer unconditional love. And I feel like, you know, you have so much knowledge and wisdom, and people love coming to you because you're also a healer. But I feel some of you, you have had to learn this for yourself, or you've had to learn that you need to pour all of that care, love, devotion inwards onto yourself, and readdress the balance. Make sure that people come towards you in reciprocity. Also, I mean, for some of you, you may have had trouble focusing recently. It may have been a little bit of brain fog, or perhaps, you know, you're super focused one moment and then you're crashing the next. I feel like you're going to identify something that is swinging your hormones or swinging your attention levels. This could be that you're having something, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out there because I'm not sure what it could be. You will identify it. It's going to be different for everybody. But for some of you, it could be that you're having like something intensely sugary, and then you'll have a crash later on. Or it could be caffeine based. It's almost like a stimulant, I'm feeling, that is keeping you like going, because some of you may have had like low energy, low motivation, or you know, you found it really difficult recently, and you've had to have that extra oomph to get up and go. And whatever that is, it feels like it's giving you an intense high to manage your day. And then around about 11 a.m., maybe a little bit later, I feel like there's a bit of a crash going on there. So some of you are having to watch your energy levels because they're swinging recently. So I feel like you may learn about the root cause of that and implement something where you identify it and nip it in the bud, address it, and rebalance it, okay? So, I mean, this could be, because we have a Queen of Pentacles there, male or female, not a gender-specific reading, but of course there is a predominant feminine energy in this reading because the starting card is that, and I will give you each card individually. For some of you, this could be that you are perimenopausal, or perhaps you are menopausal, or perhaps you have if you're not a feminine energy, it could be that you are deficient in some sort of vitamin at this time, or lacking in something that perhaps is putting you a little bit out of balance. So I definitely see that there. But the predominant energy for your reading is building security. It is about having faith, building upon your belief system, and also re-empowering yourself to focus on, the gift of life. I keep getting this gift of life, friendships, relationships, nature, the simple things in life. But also there is a smattering here of you focusing on your money, financial security for the future, for those that you really care about, and of course for yourself. You're building something and you're hoping that the universe hasn't left you out and that you're going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. And of course there is a wonderful little surprise coming for you there, where you will be recognized, appreciated, but also seen in all your glory. Now you tend to not like being in the spotlight, okay, but I feel like you are going to be seen for your strength, for your wisdom, for your success. For some of you, the star energy and the Hierophant, it can be, if you're in a career, for example, people in positions of authority or power are noticing what you do and are going to recognize that, and there could be a bonus incentive coming in. This reading's not really about career, so I'm going to step away from this energy in a moment, but for some of you, it could also be if you're a creative, your work gets seen, or you're going to be famous or well-known. Your reputation is someone who is honest, thoughtful, kind, hardworking, diligent, and you always find a solution to a problem. So I feel here that you really are a gift and an asset to any friendship or circumstance that you find yourself in, but I feel it's taken you a long time to recognize that. Okay, so let's go to each card individually. For some of you, this card, as soon as I touch it, it's like you've got your mind on the money and your money on your mind. And I feel like you are focusing on creating stability and wealth. All those coins. This is about building a life of luxury, but it's more than that. It's more about security. So it's not that you're being greedy and wanting more and more and more. You just know that if you build more and you're entitled to more because you work really hard for it, that you are creating a level of stability so that you can never be taken unawares, or if you feel that there are some changes going on in the world, that you are secure in those changes. And I definitely see, with the Hierophant, that you are protected and directed in life at the moment. And I feel you're having faith that there will be enough. So if some of you have been struggling with finances, especially since we've got the Six of Pentacles there, which can indicate a fluctuation, easy come, easy go, you're balancing your finances, I feel like you are going to increase your money. Some of you, this could be through second streams of income, maybe something in the home space. For some of you, it could actually be a creative endeavor. For others, it could be that you're upselling or upcycling something that you have outgrown, and you may put it online and earn things by, basically pre-loved goods. I feel, you're not throwing it out, you're actually revamping it in some way in order to have a monetary exchange there. For some of you, it could be that you're literally upskilling in order to create a new opportunity to gateway wealth, where you step into a new position if you're in a career and gain more money. But this is a reading about you. So this is more about security. It's about you conserving yourself to basically connect to people who raise you up, who make you feel valued, because you tend to make people valued. When they walk away from you, they think of you as a really good friend, someone they love spending time with, someone who is there no matter what. So I feel like, you're kind of looking at who invests in you in the same way like this right now. Also, the Queen of Pentacles, you're thinking predominantly about your home space, because this is the card of domesticity. That home is your sanctuary. So I feel with the Eight of Pentacles, some of you could be looking at repair work, or you could be looking at like building like an extension, or you could be just basically doing a little bit of like DIY, or perhaps repainting, just to make sure it feels like a sanctuary there. For some of you, not all of you, but some of you may also feel, especially if you're in rented accommodation, that perhaps the landlord has done an increase in the money. And you may feel that, of course, this is unfair. We have an energy of unfairness here. And I feel like you may get to negotiate a better deal there. However, I feel this person's really stubborn. So I feel they may decrease it a little bit. But ultimately, I feel for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, you may be looking elsewhere for somewhere to live, okay? And you're going to find a property that is lower in price, but also more spacious. better light. I just feel like the move, it's an important one. Sometimes the universe comes along to test us, to move us to the next step, to the next level. And if you're in a place where you think, you know what, I really like it here, it's kind of comfortable. You know, sometimes the universe says the comfort zone is where dreams kind of end, or where the journey kind of stops and you remain a little bit stuck. Eight of Pentacles there is the cycle of repeat, the humdrum of the everyday. So if you feel like you're being pressurized in some area of your life to change something, this is the universe giving you a nudge out of your comfort zone. I actually see that some of you are looking at the comfort zone right now and you're kind of choosing to enforce discomfort in some way. Okay, and what I mean by that is you're challenging yourself to see new places, have new experiences, meet new people, and allow yourself to be seen in all your glory. For some of you, this could be that you're the student of life and you're opening yourself up to courses of learning. You're certainly learning more about yourself and your capabilities, that you are someone who is super strong, super stoic. You know, you have values and beliefs that will never be compromised. And that is really admirable in a world where people sometimes, you know, they forget their morals at the drop of a hat, especially if money is involved, and you're not that sort of person. So I definitely see here that you are building stability, but also building your empire. Now, also the Eight of Pentacles, it can indicate that you're working on yourself at this time. You may feel like you're a work in progress. You may have even said that to a family member or friend recently. I'm really getting this energy that you are basically investing in yourself in a very strong way, like books, courses, therapy even. You know, I feel the best investment is your personal growth. So I feel like you really are focusing on that right now. 8 is the number of the self, but also the Eight of Pentacles can indicate that you've been in a bit of a repetitive cycle, that you're feeling that that comfort zone, whilst it is wonderful and comfortable, and sometimes it's just nice to dwell there, we can't stay there, because that's when there's no growth, there's no opportunity. And I feel with this Eight of Pentacles, I get an energy, especially with the Hierophant and the Star, that you want to find, you know, something alternative, fresh new ideas. Some of you may be even like revamping old ideas and making them fresh new ideas. I just feel this cycle of change about you at this moment in time. Now, I mean, the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, some of you are working hard to repair your finances after a large purchase. Maybe it's a vacation, maybe it's, you know, you actually buying real estate and focusing on your mortgage or repayment plans. But also the Eight of Pentacles is about looking at yourself and things that need to be healed, especially when it's partnered with the star energy. So I feel like a lot of you are healing yourself, and also you're recognizing something that I do want to mention. A very similar energy came up in the Virgo reading, so perhaps you have Virgo placements or you are dealing with a Virgo, but I feel a lot of you are empowering yourself to recognize that your true happiness never lies with someone else. You know, your happiness is not tied up to another. So I feel like, you know, you are not responsible for someone else's happiness, and that you are learning about reciprocity. You tend to be an overgiver, but I feel like you are focusing on your own needs at this time to replenish your cup of love and life so that you can help other people. I'm not saying don't help other people. I'm saying that sometimes you help beyond a certain point, to the point where you deplete your own energy and you leave basically no time for your own needs or your own fun, let's put it that way. Okay, so I feel some of you are looking at that at this time, especially if you're a parent. You know, you have responsibilities, of course, because the Queen of Pentacles can be that you have a lot of responsibility right now and you feel life is very difficult, it's challenging, and you know, you need to stick to your plans to make sure that they work and create a level of security. But also I feel you need to find some time for you. Okay, easier said than done, I totally get that, but I feel it's really important to have some quiet time for your mind, to learn more about yourself, discover, because I feel like you're discovering what you're capable of right now, because you really are someone who's super strong, but I feel like you have been challenged, and there needs to be a little bit more balance in your life, because that Six of Pentacles there, wonderful card. It is in the resistance position by being in this pile, okay, which means something is out of balance in your world right now. And because your first two cards are pentacles, this can indicate that your life has got pretty serious. You know, you have so much responsibility on your shoulders right now, paying bills, doing life, you know, if you have a family or you're looking after children, guiding them, and just making sure that everything is in working order. It can be tough. It's a lot, and you're doing a really great job, but something is a little bit out of sync, and I really feel like you're asking, what else? What's more out there that I could explore right now? So I feel the universe is going to send you an opportunity to bring more balance into your life. As I said, for example, if the universe can foresee that there is a better place for you to live that is less money, more space, more light, it may put the pressure on where you are right now so that you basically have a tower moment. You take that leap of faith and leave, and you rebuild elsewhere. Sometimes we are sent that level of test or pressure in order to move to the next level that is way better than the level before. However, we see it as a challenge. We see it as a problem. We see it as something that we don't want to happen. You know, whenever I see like a tower moment, you don't have a tower here, but I feel some of you may have gone through that. Or I feel like you're having to have faith during some sort of testing time. But sometimes when a tower comes along, you know, our natural instincts when change is afoot is to hold on. I don't like change. Nope, it's not happening. Just gonna make sure, nope, you're not gonna have it. It's almost like this wrestling with the universe. And sometimes that's when the tower has to come along. The huge epiphany moment where we need to let everything fall as it's meant to fall. Because when we rebuild stronger and better than ever before. So I feel some of you are, especially with that card, the Eight of Pentacles can be to rebuild or restructure something. And even if you've gone through a level of trauma and that you're rebuilding, you are stronger than ever before and empowered in your truth and authenticity. And you're taking that knowledge to the next stage. So I definitely see that something that perhaps you had to let go of, whether it's a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, I feel like it is drawing you towards something even better. You're on a path. It's like trust the process. Where you end up, because you got the star energy there, is a real wish fulfillment. Okay? Many years ago, when I went through my tower moment where I completely sort of lost everything pretty quickly, you know, and I was trying to hold on to those things. I was really scared. I was like completely lost, didn't know what was going on. How can you lose like your home, relationship, and a job and everything within a couple of months? And it was all like outside of myself, you know, and suddenly you're very still. And it was kind of like, okay, I can fight this, but I'm losing. So I might as well just let it be as it's meant to be. I had to let go. I had to just go, okay, I can't do this anymore. I was broken, exhausted, and I literally felt at that point that I didn't have the fight left in me to keep on going. So I was like, I surrender. And the universe was like, oh, at last. This one was a tough one because I kept holding on so hard. But if that tower moment hadn't occurred, my life wouldn't be what it is today. And you know what? I'm so grateful. If I could go back to myself at that point, I'd be like, let go quicker than you ever let go before. I would have done it a lot quicker. So I feel some of you are learning to let go of something that perhaps has not been healthy for you or just isn't for you anymore. You've evolved from it. You know, friendships, they also change, they evolve, and that's why I feel some of you are looking at your inner circle, how it's getting smaller, but it is getting stronger. And the people who, you know, enjoy your truth, they're going to walk by your side. And the people who are shocked by your truth and do not, you know, expect your truth or want to put you into a little box of expectation, of their expectation, they were never meant to be walking by your side. In fact, it filters out the people who are meant to walk by your side. So I feel some of you are looking at a lot of change in your life right now, and you may have felt a little bit out of control because that's what the Magician card in this position is all about. You know, it's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse, and this is about loss of control or letting go of control in some way. But it will go into the upright. So I definitely see that, you know, you will regain control of a situation and you are secure. Ultimately, the main message here is that you are secure. Now, the Magician card can also connect, of course, to magnetism, that sometimes you forget how powerful you are and that you actually have a lot of gravitas and you attract some really wonderful things into your world. However, you doubt yourself. So if you haven't had time because you've been super busy, had a lot on your plate, lots of responsibility, now is a time to find some quietness, some stillness, so that you can manifest all that you are capable of manifesting at this time. This card, it really reminds you the infinite power of your mind. Thoughts become things. As you can see, there's the infinity sign. It is connected there. It's almost in place of the mind there, and it's connected all the way down the spine. This is all about the energy of life, what you put out, whether it's a vision, whether it's thought, whether it's words. Remember, words are spellings. They are cast out to the universe, and they basically become what the word means. So I feel it's very important there as well to choose your words wisely. These two cards, it's like what you put out, you will get back. The universe wants to send you a surprise because actually you are so generous of heart. You're a very caring person. You help a person at the drop of a hat. And, I feel that all this goodness, this good karma is coming back to you. But also with the Magician card, I feel some of you may have felt like you lost out on an opportunity, or you may feel that you haven't reached your full potential in something just yet. But the universe is saying, just you wait. I've got a nice little surprise for you. You are on the right path. And when the moment is right, I'm going to reveal the goodness that is there for you. And I feel it's not too far away. I feel like your faith perhaps has been tested in some way, but I actually see that you're about to have a wonderful moment of good news. Now, the Six of Pentacles, of course, this is about being in balance, harmony, and making sure that there is reciprocity in your life there. But also, I feel, I think I mentioned this in your monthly reading. I feel like there's a surprise gift coming towards you, okay? This is from someone who's been thinking about you a lot. You've got a lot of home energy here, so maybe this person knows you well enough to send this to your house. I'm not sure, but if you are in a career, it could be that perhaps this person sends it to your work or puts it on your desk. I just feel like there's a surprise gift, even though we have moved out of your birthday season. I feel that there's still a little gift to come, okay? And this is someone who has been thinking about you a lot. But I feel here as well that for some of you with the Hierophant, this is more about you learning about what you're capable of, learning more about security, whether it's building new wealth, whether it is, creating your home as your sanctuary, or whether it's getting more connected to nature. Some of you are thinking about living off the land, or perhaps, being more in nature. You're drawn to nature at this time. There's a lot of earth in your chart for this reading, and I feel this is about you connecting, because, the Hierophant is literally as above, so below. So it basically means what you think about and put out into the ether, it shall be your reality later on. So I really feel here, having faith that things that you've wished for, especially since you've got the star energy, things that you've wished for are going to show up for you. But also the Hierophant, this is about you and tradition. Things that you really value, that are part of you, either since you grew up, or whether it's things that you learned along the way, rituals, whatever it is. I feel like you are living intentionally now and saying, okay, I want to make sure that I create space for mindfulness. I want to make sure that I have some time to do yoga, if you're lucky enough to have some time to do that. I feel like you want to create time for you. So I feel this is more about you kind of reestablishing your belief system, connecting to your rituals a little bit more, and wanting to do it. Now, of course, that is the intention, but I feel some of you, life has been a little bit out of balance recently, so you may feel that time has not been on your side, that you haven't had time to connect to those things, but you will actually readdress the balance, okay? I feel like you will find time there as well. Now, of course, the Hierophant is all about knowledge. So not only are you learning more about yourself, I feel with the star energy, you're learning more about healing, and you're learning more about healthier choices in life is what I see, healthier boundaries. And I also see that some of you, especially since there's a lot of earth here, it feels kind of like you're making progress, but you may not see it. Remember, progress isn't something that is always visible day to day. It's something that when you look back a year that has passed, you go, wow, I've come a long way, or wow, that changed. I didn't imagine that was going to happen. You know, sometimes progress is only seen when we look back, but we must not dwell in the past, because the past, you know, it's now an illusion. It no longer exists anymore. It's something that happened. It's something that shaped our present moment, and it's something that does not define us. However, it may have influenced the way that we operate in life going forward. So I feel like there's a brighter future for you to look forward to. However, your past self really helped pave the way, and you should be really proud of yourself because you did this, my beautiful Cancerians. I feel like you've overcome something really hard, and you've matured a lot along the way, and something within you has changed, but also is empowering yourself and giving you that level of gravitas. I feel for some of you, this is a fresh new start. This is a card that indicates that you're having bright ideas, you're feeling a little more inspired after a period of feeling burnt out, exhausted, and tested. And I really feel that dreams do come true, but you must have faith, okay? Because sometimes when we think that we want something and we cosmically order it from the universe, we say, dear universe, please, 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 send me more money, or send me love, send me an opportunity, whatever it is. You ask the universe for it, and then you wait a couple of weeks, you work hard for it, a couple of months comes by, you're still working hard for it, a year goes by, you're still working hard for it, and you're like, dear universe, you didn't send me it. You know, I'm working really hard. Give me a break here. When am I going to catch my break? Please, dear universe, please send me someone who is honest and true and love and has a good heart and is so kind. And if they look a little bit like my favorite crush, that would be amazing. Dear universe, send me the wonderful opportunity at this company. I really love it, and I just want a staircase. I want to go into this specific role. Remember, you just asked for something really basic a year ago, which was like, send me love, send me money, send me an opportunity. And now you are kind of being a little bit more precise. Send me love that is true and kind and looks a little bit like my crush. So now you've changed your order. But also, that means your order has to go back to the cosmic kitchen, as it were, to be re-prepped, because some of those ingredients, although in your mind you want those ingredients, you didn't ask for those things. So this is about being very precise. I would say write down everything you really want very precisely. Speak it once out into the universe, and then leave that little list to the side and watch it unfold for you in divine timing. But you must have faith. Because even if it doesn't show up for a year, doesn't mean it's not showing up. It means that the timing has to be right. Sometimes if we get something too early, we may not appreciate it. Sometimes if we get something at a certain period, there may have been something better we needed to experience first before we got the thing that we really wanted. So everything is in divine order. I know if I got some of the things that I have gratefully received in my life at this moment in time, if I got it when I was a teenager or when I was in my 20s, you know, I probably wouldn't have appreciated or even known how to enjoy it. You know, it would have been great, but at the same time, I probably wouldn't have, made the steps in life that I made or learned the lessons that I've learned over the years. So it's very important, divine timing. It'll show up for you. You got to trust the process, okay? So with that star energy, I would say it's basically saying have faith, a wish is about to be delivered for you, okay? Choose healthier boundaries, healthier options. You're inspired. Sometimes, you can have wonderful new ideas about something that's already been done. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can just have an idea that you go, okay, this is an idea, it's been done before. However, you are unique, and that is your superpower. And the way you do it, it's going to be different from someone else. It may be the same thing, but you put your own unique spin on it. So don't abandon it feeling that, oh, everybody does it. Sometimes, it's your secret sauce that's going to make it really special. And I feel you are learning that you are a gift. So, let's move on to your final cards. I definitely see that if you've been dealing with anyone who's selfish, there is a readdress of the balance here. I feel like you're looking at value, your sense of morals, your belief system. You're not compromising those for anybody. You're speaking your truth. Wish granted. I mean, look, You could have got any card in this deck. It literally says wish granted. Okay, so even, this last deck, it confirms and clarifies what's been going on in this reading. And you've also got a card that Virgo got, so I could definitely feel some sort of correlation there. Now, I'm not saying that if you've got some sort of Virgo placements to go and watch the Virgo reading, that's your call. If this reading resonates, I would stick with this reading. Momentum. So it says here, wish granted. And it says, what you've asked for is coming true. Meditate on your desired outcome to assist in the manifestation process. Definitely that came through. Remember, thoughts become things, and words are important as well. Miracles, good luck, and prayers. You do have the Hierophant there. My readings are not about religion, but this can be something that you've been praying for. It doesn't have to be something that you've been wishing for. It could be something that you're asking, the source that you celebrate. And I feel, it is being delivered to you. So have faith that it is coming. We've also got creative forces. Now, this is about you creating your destiny. It doesn't have to mean that you're an artist, but it can also indicate like the palette of life, okay? All those wonderful colors being mixed and merged and splurged. That's life, We take a little ingredient from here, something from there. It keeps life interesting. We merge it, blend it, and it becomes the wonderful masterpiece of our life. We are the architect of our dreams. We are the person holding the pen to our story. So we actually have to be very precise about how we want to create that story. What is the legacy that we're leaving? Intentional living is so important. And it says here, your creativity is endless. The creative power you hold within is far greater than you realize. Artist, inspiration, and innovative, okay? So I did mention wonderful new ideas coming out of like a comfort zone. This is a period where you're exploring what works and your vision is becoming a reality. Everybody who ever created anything, it started with your vision. You have to have an idea of what it is that you want to create for your life, and then you get busy creating it. But also the universe is going to give you a helping hand on that path as well. And finally, we've got momentum. So making progress. I did mention it. Sometimes, it's not readily available to see day to day how far we've come. But when we look back, we go, whoa, okay, there's been a lot of change there. It says, keeping the momentum going. Whether big or small steps, keep pushing for what you want. Fast haste, charging ahead. So you are making progress, but also a portal of opportunities opening up for you to receive, a little helping hand from the universe. And you are secure in all of your endeavors, okay? So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a rune before we close. So we have time, the clock there. So this is about you learning that, time is a very important commodity. Time, energy is investment in itself. So, you're looking at who values your time. So, for example, if someone is consistently late for you, right? If you always say, look, let's meet at 10 o'clock and they show up at 10:30 or 11, once or twice, okay, that's life. But if it's consistent, if you consistently say to somebody, let's meet at 11 or 12, and they show up at 11:30 or 12:30 or later than that, they're not valuing your time. Now, of course, there may be other things that are getting in their way, but they need to plan for that. Instead, they may need to say, if you say, shall we meet at 10? They may say, you know what, let's make it 11. You know me. So that means they're valuing your time. They're factoring in the fact that, they tend to be late. So I feel like you're looking at areas where people do not value your time or waste your time. Also, you may feel that time has changed in some way and you have a lot on your plate right now, and that you have so many things to do and you seem to run out of time to address your own needs. I definitely see that you're readdressing the balance there as well. Some of you may also have a deadline that you need to adhere to. You're definitely going to be on top of that target, and you're going to be feeling really proud of yourself there as well. We've got the tree there. Of course, that represents stability, planting roots, the home space. Where do you feel like you belong? That's definitely something the Queen of Pentacles asks all the time. Do I belong here? Am I happy here? Do I feel grounded and rooted here? Do I feel safe here? And that tree also indicates branching out. Now, interesting, I'm just getting this as well, which I don't normally get with this trinket. Trees, you know, they tend to communicate with each other. So this is like the network that you've built. So it could be that you are going to have some sort of news or communication regarding a person who's important to you. You could even hear something on the grapevine, and then you may hear it from someone else and you haven't heard it from the person that it's about. But I feel like if you give them time, they will come to you and tell you. But there may be a reason why they didn't want to tell you in the first place. I feel their motivations are honest and true. So it feels like they didn't want to tell you until the right moment, because maybe they felt that you were going through something yourself at this moment in time and that you had enough on your plate, and they just didn't want to overburden you, or they know what you're like, that if they told you, you would drop everything to help them. So I feel like they were thinking of your needs at this time. So I feel you will see this from a different perspective. Also, the tree can indicate family. You know, that's where your heart is. Home is where the heart is, and also your heart is with your family or the people that you consider your soul tribe. And that's kind of what's on your mind at this moment. And finally, it's really interesting because I saw this this rune. It's the day rune. This is all about your ambition. It's about light. It's about having a breakthrough. It's about personal development and growth. And of course, you have the star energy there. So it's allowing yourself to be seen, reigniting your spark, your lust for life, and allowing that sparkle to return. But also, this is about positivity, hope for the future. And you know, I feel like it's like a brand new day, brand new dawn. Things are looking better than they have been for a while, or will do in the near future at least. Now, this rune can also connect to ambition, you know, focus on your projects. And if you had a lot on your plate and you've been super busy recently, this can be that you've been so overworked, overstretched, and had so much on that you're feeling burnt out, and that it's been hard to be motivated, but that will return. But I actually saw this like an egg timer at first, you know, or a sand timer at first when I picked it up. So perhaps time is something that you have been really focused on recently, how you spend your time, how quickly time goes, especially when you're having fun, and also when you've got something important to do, how quickly time goes, and that time is one of the most valuable commodities that we have, and it's not to be wasted. So I will leave that there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you all. Now, also, if you'd like to win a free opportunity to have a reading from me, please listen to a song called You're the Voice by John Farnham. And in the comments box below, at the same time as you listen to the song, write this sentence: I stand strong with an attitude of gratitude. And my guides will bring me to one subscriber to win that free personal reading. And please make sure that your notification bell is on, because I will upload a video mentioning the name of the winner and how to connect to me regarding that reading as well. So you want to be notified. So keep that bell on there, because it will kind of let you know. Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.